billionaire. Our job is to clean up Gotham. Okay, I have $1 billion. Let's say there are 100 streets in Gotham, which we know that's a lot. Like, let's say New York.
Yeah.
Okay, I can afford as a billionaire to hire 5 cops for every street and pay them well. Welcome back to Under Oath. Batman's sitting there. And this is what happens.
Yeah.
He's at the carnival. He's at the circus.
He's at the circus.
He's watched the Flying Graysons.
Yes.
My boy Batman, Bruce Wayne, lost his parents, murdered right in front of him.
Yeah.
Murdered right in front of him, so screwed him up mentally. He knows.
He understands loss.
And he had the benefit of having Alfred.
Yes, he did.
To raise him, but he still went to the dark side.
He did.
Okay, I don't care what you say, Batman good. That's the dark side.
Yeah, you become a vigilante
to fight people.
Yeah.
Dark side.
That's dark side.
And he watches this kid lose his parents right in front of him. And he knows what's going to happen.
Yes.
He knows the emotions this kid's going through.
Yes.
And he says, listen, I gotta adopt this kid.
Which starts out great. That's a great sentiment. Kid's parents dies. I will adopt them. I have the means, the resources. I'll give him a great life. Where he goes wrong is he decides, I'm going to take this kid with me to fight crime as a vigilante. That is horrible parenting advice.
Okay, not great. Not great.
Not the best advice.
But let me kind of ease into this one.
Gotcha.
Let me ease us into this one.
Go ahead.
Okay, so you're training.
Yeah.
He's training. Robin doesn't know, Dick Grayson doesn't know that Bruce, this multi-millionaire, billionaire dude, is taking care of him, and he's always disappearing.
Yes.
And he finds out.
He does.
Wait a minute. The guy who adopted me is Batman.
That's correct.
I want to do that.
So you're saying Batman knows that feeling when you see someone take your parents away, vengeance. So if he didn't take the kid under his wing, no pun intended.
Kid goes dark.
He'll go dark. So he was doing the kid a favor.
He was trying to protect him, the Dick, and the world.
Gotcha.
Now, we all know what happens when he took the wrong kid.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
When he took Jason.
Jason Todd.
Now, for those who don't know Jason Todd is now
another Robin.
He became Robin.
Yes.
But then the Joker kills him, but they don't kill him. And he winds up being this character called Red Hood. And he murders villains and criminals.
He unalives them. That's what you have to say nowadays. Yeah.
Really? Do we have to? I don't think we do anymore.
No, you're right. Yeah.
They're killing the cat. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
That's one of the top things. If you could say eating cats, I can say, a comic book character kills people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Point is, you have somebody who is going in a bad place and you channel it. And you're going, it's the same thing as like Tyson, for example, when they go, this kid's going in the bad direction. Let me get him into boxing.
And that works out somewhat.
In comparison to what could have happened.
It could have been worse. He could have been.
Oh, you think Tyson would have been alive?
No.
You think Tyson would have killed somebody?
If
it wasn't for boxing?
And he says this, with the amount of
hostility and anger.
Unchecked anger he had.
Yes.
And his power.
He would have killed
somebody. It would have been bad. Yeah, it would have been bad.
He would definitely been in prison more. He would have done more prison. Bad things would have happened.
Yeah.
I saw somebody in the community who did something very evil.
Yeah.
And I offered to help. The whole office didn't understand why I was helping this person. And it took many years. But this person is now cares about the world. He's a productive member of society. He's doing good things in the world.
That's awesome.
All because I was willing to cut him a break.
You took that leap of faith.
I'll lose that fight 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah.
That sounds fair. I might get lucky 1 out of 10 times, but I have to try.
Yeah.
And what happened was you got a guy Bruce Wayne is unhinged. Okay. The humanity is gone. The empathy is gone. He fights for what he fights because he knows that if he stops, he made a deal. Listen, my parents died. I'm going to do my best to make sure nobody has to go through this again.
Through that again. That's honestly why he does what he does.
And he makes very difficult decisions. Like, for example, a lot of people don't know this. Comic book people know this. He has plans for every superhero in case they go bad.
That's correct.
I mean, I'm full plans.
That's correct.
He knows exactly how to kill Superman, how
Yes,
to
he
kill
does.
Green Lantern.
Yes.
And I mean, and people have taken these plans and gone after these people.
That's correct.
You know, how unhinged must you be to create plans to be able to take your friends out if you have to?
That's a certain level of crazy that I don't want to be. Yeah.
You lose empathy.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the Batman and Robin relationship is a very complicated one.
Oh my gosh.
Because the whole idea of loving somebody and you being unhinged yourself.
What's that effect going to be on the person you love?
I mean, for example, the Joker killed Jason Todd.
He sure did.
And Batman knew he killed Jason Todd.
Mm-hmm.
So what does he do? Beats him up and gets him arrested again. He sticks him in an asylum again.
But Batman has 2 rules. I won't use a gun or kill.
Well,
yeah.
And because he doesn't, a lot of people die.
That's correct.
And Jason Todd's feelings were always the same. You are a failure to this city. You create these monsters because they want to be like you.
Yeah.
And then you basically just lock them up and they get out and kill more
people.
They
do it again. Yeah.
So I think Batman's big problem is the mission. Because here's where Batman fails. And some people might have heard me say this before. Billionaire. My job is to clean up Gotham. Okay, I have $1 billion. Let's say there are 100 streets in Gotham, which we know that's a lot.
Yes.
Like, let's say New York.
Yeah.
Okay. I can afford as a billionaire to hire 5 cops for every street and pay them well.
I'm laughing because that's practical.
$50 million. If I was paying salaries of $50 million, which is a ridiculous amount of money.
Yeah.
50 million. Let's say what's 50,000 times 20 is $1 million. 20 times 50. That's 1,000 police officers I can funnel just off the interest I'm making off my billion. So I could put 1,000 police officers on the street in Gotham.
You could pay the cops, or
I could run around from rooftops trying to stop crime myself.
That sounds. Or you could sell the Batmobile for $3 million. That's how much it costs.
Yes.
Yeah.
I spend billions to fight crime, basically.
Billions.
Hundreds of millions.
Yeah, millions.
On all my stuff.
On all my gadgets.
I mean, I could load the streets up. I could pay for these things.
Yes.
I could actually get scholarships. I can fix these families. I can do something. I can hire somebody. I create factories to make us the biggest industrialists on the planet so that Gotham is a productive, economically beneficial city. I could open up rehab centers. I can do all these things.
But I don't do any of that.
But you know what? You know what would be more effective? For me to sit on a rooftop and wait for a crime to happen below me. Do you know the math of a crime happening? I'd have to pick the rooftop and go, okay, I'm going to sit here for about 4 hours and wait for crime to happen below me.
Below me.
That's crazy.
You know what happened when he became Batman? The crime during the day went up 50%. Because he's only out at night. That's what happened, man.
And they didn't have costume criminals.
No, until he came along.
Yes. Everyone goes, that's kind of cool.
I'm going to do that
too.
So
the lunatics all go, you know what? I like this.
Yes.
I want the attention. So I'm going to be the Riddler. I'm going to be Catwoman. I'm going to be this. I mean, there's some people who are created, like Croc. Killer Croc was always Killer Croc.
Yes.
The guy who turned into Clayface, that was an accident. But the rest, were basically...
He's responsible for Joker, Harvey Dent, all that. Yeah.
I mean, everything plays off his issues. And everyone looks at it and goes, oh, well, we love Batman.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm thinking? I'm not loving Batman like I used to.
Really?
Unless I can write Batman the way I am with his issues and why he does it.
Because they don't talk about the issues anymore. It's all about the villain. And it's not about, this guy's seriously not okay.
I mean, they're going to say, here's the answer. And this is where I want Batman to say it one time. Why do you do what you do? Because I got to punch somebody.
That's correct.
I'm going to punch somebody who deserves it.
Yep.
And that's really it.
I want to
punch somebody.
I want to punch something.
So I think when it comes down to it, I think you're playing this out wrong. And I think, that's a horrible relationship.
Yes.
And you know what's funny? We only got to one relationship.
That's all we needed.
That's all we needed.
But it was a good one, though.
Batman.
Yes, he is.